Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about what could be the ultimate camp shower in the Waterport. Stay tuned.
It's a small town jukebox, rock and roll. Yeah, like Coltrane playing when it hits your soul. Get the whole thing shaking when we hit the floor. Yeah, we're just getting started. Let's see where it goes. Harder than the summer.
Okay everybody, so if you've been camping, overlanding, backcountry exploring, whatever you want to call it, taking a shower most of the time is few and far between. Last time we went on a trip, there's a fly. Last time we went on a trip, we had purchased a basically a garden sprayer for all intents and purposes. It was a garden sprayer with a nozzle that's similar to the one you'll find in your house on your sink where you can spray your dishes off with. It was $30 on Amazon. I'll put that link in the description just in case you want to check it out, because before it broke, I was extremely happy with it. Now, that was more so for washing dishes. It only had a 2-gallon tank, and within the first trip, it broke. Now, I break things a lot, so I don't know if that is a testament to its durability or a testament to my inability to keep things from breaking. So, in the quest for the ultimate camp shower, we came across what is known to many as the Waterport. This Waterport is 3.8 gallons, and it is a pressurized water tank with pretty much a full garden hose nozzle. Now, when I was doing some research about like the best camp shower, different camp shower options, there's a lot of things that come up on Google, Amazon, and quite honestly, this wasn't on Amazon. So it's not something you can buy on Amazon, but you can go to Waterport directly. We purchased one for Jared and Morgan because they're going on a trip here real soon, and it took a while to get theirs. Ours came relatively quickly, so I know I reached out to Waterport and they just said they have a huge backlog. So if you do end up ordering one of the Waterports, just kind of be patient, I guess is what I'm getting at. Now, like I said, this is 3.8 gallons, and this plastic is some hard plastic. Now, on the Waterport, it comes with a release valve at the end so you can depressurize the tank. So the tank is able to be pressurized up to 50 pounds per square inch. I did a test, which I'll show you now. And in this test, you can see the first time I pressurized it up to 50 pounds, I was able to spray off my truck for roughly a minute and a half. After about a minute and a half, it lost all of its pressure and I had to repressurize it. That first pressurize, I went through about 3/4, maybe a little over that, of the water right out of the gate. So it goes through water quick, but as you can see, it does really well with spitting water out at a high rate of speed. Now, it also has, for the pressurized portion, I just used my tire inflator, what I use my compressor for inflating my tires when I'm on the trail, and it has an input right here where you can just pressurize your tank with your compressor. It literally takes, I don't know, 10 seconds and it's up to 50 psi. Now the second time we pumped it up to 50 psi, I'll show you that here, it went pretty quick, I'm gonna be honest. But I was using it as a full speed as much as I could just to see how long it would last. So I would say roughly what you're gonna get out of the Waterport with 3.8 gallons is you're gonna get about 2.5 or 3 minutes of pure pressure, and that's about all the water that you're gonna have time for. Now, the reason we went with the Waterport is because the last thing that we purchased, it broke and it really wasn't good for showers. Now, this isn't going to be just for showers. This is also gonna be for doing our dishes, rinsing off our hands, brushing our teeth, things like that. But just to be able to have a true pressurized shower out in the middle of the woods is a beautiful thing, because if you're off the trail or off grid for 4 or 5 days, you start to stink, right? And I know my wife likes to take showers. The thing I'm gonna say is you're gonna have to conserve this water because it does go out extremely quick. Now, with the dark plastic, the Waterport will heat up under the sun and it will retain that heat. So at the end of a day or an early morning, depending on where you're at, you may have hot water. At the end of a day in the desert, you're gonna have really warm water. Now, if you waited until the next morning, it would still be warm, but it's not gonna be hot like it would be right after you got off the trail, or 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. Now, is it the best camp shower solution? I don't know. I can't necessarily say it's the best camp shower solution. But like I said in my previous video, for me, when I'm looking for new products and things that are gonna make our experience better, I look for things with a dual purpose. And the Waterport has a dual purpose. It's not just for showers, it's also for doing your dishes, and it can stand up to brushing your teeth several times. The last thing that I purchased, I forget what it was even called, you had to pump pressure it, you had to add pressure by pumping it. That becomes a huge pain because you only get pressure for so long. It only had 2 gallons versus 3.8, and you really couldn't get out of it what you were trying to accomplish. Now, taking a shower with the one that we had before, I did it, and it wasn't great. Trying to wash your hair, now guys and girls who have long hair, you know that trying to get conditioner out of your hair can be a huge nightmare, and that thing was not doing the trick. Now, the design of the Waterport is one of the things that I really like about it, because it's not just it is kind of big and bulky, but you can slide this in a lot of spaces. Now, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube who use the Trail Racks gas and water mounting system. They actually mount this directly to the outside of their Jeep on their Trail Racks system. If you don't know about Trail Racks, I'll put that link right here to that video, because that's a really cool way to carry your water and your gas. Now, this also comes with mounting options for your trailer hitch. So you can hook this right on the back of your vehicle into the trailer hitch, and you can carry it around with you. Now, they do say you're not supposed to drive with this pressurized. So after you're done pressurizing it, even if you don't use all the water or you didn't use all the pressure, before you hop back on the trail, make sure you let that air out, because you don't want to have anything explode, or you don't want to blow one of these seals, because then it'll just be a really expensive water container. And nobody needs really expensive water containers unless they serve a purpose. So I would say the Waterport for us is going to be the most realistic option for all the different things that we're going to need it for. Now, you have to visit Waterport directly at waterport.com. There is no coupon code. I'm just basically telling you that I believe that this product is going to be one of the products that lasts for a long time. Now, you do have different components, and if you're not really familiar with plumbing, you may want to familiarize yourself a bit with plumbing, because you have some fittings here that you may have to replace at some point. Now, if you turn this fitting down, that turns the water off. You open it up, it turns it on. So if it's pressurized and you're not using it and it's going to be sitting for a while, make sure you turn that off, because that's not going to build up any pressure in the handle, because I'm going to be honest with you, the handle is just plastic. I wouldn't expect a whole lot of life out of this. Maybe I'm wrong, but we've all had garden hoses before, and for those of you who haven't, don't go cheap on a garden hose nozzle. Get a good one. It's dripping water all over me. But that's the basics of the Waterport. And for us, being able to take a nice hot shower at the end of a long day, it's fantastic. Being able to actually wash your dishes with real water pressure, I mean, 50 pounds per square inch is a lot of water pressure when you're just talking about a small 3.8 gallon tank that you can take with you wherever you go. What sold me was watching somebody wash their car with it, and that was, I mean, that's pretty sweet. It would take you a while, but it's cool that you're capable of doing those things. So Waterport doesn't pay me to say any of this. Waterport, if you want to pay me to say any of this, email me. But I do believe that this product is a long-lasting product, and if it's something that you guys are looking to do, if you're interested in a camp shower, which most people are, or even just to do your dishes, I would take a look at the Waterport. They have multiple variations of size, and those different sizes come in different dimensions and they're different shapes. So it really just depends on what it is that you need for your rig. Now we are going to carry this, which is 3.8 gallons, and then we're also going to carry a 7-gallon jug, which is mostly going to be for drinking. The jug, drinking water, cooking water. This will be for showering, brushing your teeth. I still will only try to use good water. I mean, I'm not going to use nasty water in it. If I do end up putting creek water in it, then it won't be for brushing my teeth. It'll just be for taking a shower. Yeah, I take showers in the creek. So what? But that will be what we have. So when we take off, we're going to have nearly 11 gallons of water. Now, I also have 2 additional 2-gallon water tanks that I mount on the outside of the Jeep on my trail rack system. I will not be taking those on this trip just because it's kind of unnecessary. Now, when we travel with our son, that's when we need more water. A, because he spills it. B, because he drinks a lot of it. And C, I want to make sure that we have more than enough, especially when it comes to water and especially when it comes to the desert. I'd rather be over prepared for that. So Waterport, so far, vote of approval. I've used it about 5 times. What you saw today was probably my 5th time using it, and so far I'm impressed. No seals have broken. The fittings have held up, surprisingly. I feel like some of the plastic stuff is, I mean, if you drop it and you break it, there's really, you know, you're gonna have to figure out how to fix that, and it only comes with one. And it's just basically a little piece of plastic that you slide back, put it on the nipple, and push it forward, and it locks it tight, and that's what allows you to have your pressure. So, if you guys have any questions about the Waterport, I know I haven't used it a ton, but we will be taking it on this next trip. Leave them in the comments. If you like the video, like the video. If you hate the video, don't do anything. Go that way. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll be talking to you guys real soon. See ya.